Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. My name is Paige Showalter. I'm a graduate assistant for New Student Family Programs, and we plan family weekends here at Virginia Tech. I'll let my other friends introduce themselves as well and include your role in what you do here. Josie, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I'll
Thank
start because I
you.
think she's still admitting people. So I'm Josie. I'm a Hokies on Track intern. I work for the New Student Family program, and I'm so excited for Spring Family Weekend. It's going to be such a good time.
I'm Danielle. I'm a marketing assistant and a Hokies on Track intern, and I'm really excited for Spring Family Weekend.
Yeah, awesome. So for all of our guests joining us, we do have a Q&A open. So please run in there and drop all of your questions for us. I do have a presentation to go along with our conversation tonight, but we are also prepared to answer any questions that you have. And if we can't answer them, we will redirect you to somebody who can. And so thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting your Hokies. Thank you for wanting to come to Family Weekend this year. Family Weekend is going to be April 13th or April 11th through the 13th, and we're going to chat more in a little bit about what is going on during the weekend, how to navigate the weekend. So I'm going to kick us off. So first of all, let's just chat through the schedule. So we always encourage our Hokie families to download the Hokies on Track app. That's where you can see the schedule for Family Weekend. You can also look on there for other information, including places to eat in Blacksburg, places to eat on campus, places to stay, things like that. And so we have quite a few key events happening over the weekend. All weekend, we're going to have our hospitality and check-in room open. And so that's where you can stop by and visit our department. We're going to have bags. We're going to have a little bit of swag, informational flyers, and that also lets us know that you are here for the weekend. So please stop by there. It's in Yorktown Room and we in Squire Student Center. And we will be there from noon to 5:30 on Friday, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday. And then we will also be in there from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Sunday morning. So please stop by as you're making your way out of Blacksburg for the weekend. We also are hosting a off-campus family social this year, which we've never done in the past. It's going to be at Eastern Divide Brewing Company on Friday evening from 5:30 until 7 p.m. And so we will have drink tickets for about the first 80 attendees to come. And we will have hors d'oeuvres as supplies last. So please drop by because it also gets you out into the town of Blacksburg, not just around campus. And also there are a lot of events hosted by other departments at Virginia Tech. On Friday evening, there is the Overton Step Show being hosted by our friends at Fraternity and Sorority Life. And we also are hosting quite a few campus tours over the weekend. We have 2 tours happening on Friday, a campus gardens tour where we're going to walk through the Hahn Horticulture Garden. I highly suggest that one. That is always one of my favorite springtime activities on campus. And then we'll also have a history tour happening Friday night, which is always something that's exciting to hear about. And then we will also have a lot of information sessions. We're going to chat a little bit more about those in a little bit. Another one of our key events happening that weekend is going to be the Spring Family Weekend Social, which is going to happen on Saturday from 12:30 to 2. You can attend that in Squires Student Center, and it's happening right before the spring game kicks off. And so we suggest that you stop by there before making your way over to Lane Stadium. We are hosting a Spring Family Weekend luncheon. You did have to buy tickets for the luncheon, which is currently sold out. If you have any questions about that, please reach out to our office via phone at 540-231-3284 or by emailing families@vt.edu, and that will start at 5:30 in Squire Student Center. Do we have any questions in the Q&A? Not yet.
Not yet. No.
Please drop your questions in as you have them. We are also hosting a event in the break zone on Saturday night, which if you don't know what that is, it's a bowling alley, billiards room, hangout space that a lot of students use on campus, but families are going to be taking over that for the weekend. So sorry. And if you all have any questions, just hit the Q&A at the bottom, and you can drop your question in there, and we will do our best to answer it. And so on Saturday morning, we also want to take time to highlight the Virginia Tech Run in Remembrance. So this is a 3.5-mile run, 5K, also known as the 3.2 for 32 Run in Remembrance. And that is used to remember the 32 students and faculty whose lives were taken at Virginia Tech in 2007. We highly encourage our families to participate in that. It's just a great way for the Hokie community to come together. And that will start at 9:00 a.m. on Saturday morning. Please keep in mind that because of the Run in Remembrance and the spring game, there will be a lot of road closures and delays around the town of Blacksburg and on campus. So please check out parking services so that they can answer any of your questions that you may have on how to get around that morning. Any questions so far?
There's one question in the chat that I think maybe we should talk about for a second. It's
Mhm.
just, is there a fee for the luncheon, or if we signed up, is that enough?
So if you were interested in coming to the Spring Family Weekend Luncheon, you did have to purchase a ticket in advance. The luncheon and the Spring Family Weekend Social are two separate events. So even if you didn't have time to get on and get a luncheon ticket, please stop by the social afterwards, which is happening in the next room over. And that is free, and you don't have to register to attend the social. You just needed to purchase a ticket for the luncheon. And I highly suggest that you also stop by somewhere in downtown Blacksburg around campus if you didn't get a ticket for the luncheon, because we have some amazing options. Any other questions? Good. All righty. So a big ticket event for the weekend is the spring football game. That is hosted by Virginia Tech Athletics and our football team. So you do have to buy tickets for the spring game this year. Ticket price is $10, and you can purchase those through the VT Athletics website. Kickoff time is at 3:00 p.m. So make sure that you get there for the legendary Enter Sandman entrance. And there again will be a lot of parking changes in effect on Saturday. So be sure you visit Parking Services website or give them a call. If you call our office, we're also happy to redirect you over there. But they do know best when it comes to parking regulations and fees. Any questions? Do we have questions about parking, about the spring game? All right.
No,
And
that's good.
And families, please feel free to put any questions in the chat. We will try our best to answer them. And moving on to the information sessions, we always have a lot of families interested in just learning more about the university and about the opportunities that their Hokie has access to. So this year we will have 3 information sessions happening on Friday. So we will have an anti-hazing information session hosted by our friends at Student Engagement and Campus Life. That will be taking place at 2 p.m. on Friday, April 11th. Following that, we have a information session hosted by our friends at VT Engage, the Center for Service Learning, and their department hosts a lot of service learning opportunities for your Hokies. I highly suggest attending that. I think that their programs are absolutely wonderful, life-changing experiences for students. And then we will also have a Study Abroad 101 information session hosted by the Global Education Office happening at 4 p.m. And so if you are interested in learning more about study abroad opportunities, or if that's something your Hokie is interested in, I certainly suggest you bring them with you and learn a little bit more about those. On Sunday morning, while check-in and hospitality is open, we will also have a Study Abroad 101 information session. So if you can't make it on Friday, highly suggest you stop by Sunday morning. And then following that, we will have an information session from the undergraduate research department. And so they help Hokies get in contact with different research opportunities around campus. If this is something that your student is interested in, I highly suggest stopping by. The person hosting it is very helpful for both students and families. That's always a great one to attend. Let me just take a sip of water. Danielle or Josie, do y'all have anything I missed?
No, sounds good.
No. Awesome. And families, please feel free to drop a question in the Q&A setting. It's just down on the bottom toolbar and we will answer it as best we can. Okay.
Right, so dining options. We have a lot of really exciting dining options on campus. Our food has always been ranked really highly. So I would recommend asking your Hokie where they like to eat. Because it is a weekend, there are some limitations on what's open. So I would recommend Owens, Dietrich, and West End because they're open and they have a really wide variety of food and it's all super yummy. But yeah, definitely ask your Hokie where they like to eat because they'll have the best suggestions for you. And then off-campus dining, Paige mentioned it earlier, but the Hokies on Track app has a lot of information. And there's also a dining guide on there where we, the interns, put together like a list of some of our favorite places to eat off campus. So definitely check that out. My personal favorite, I really like to go to Greens. They have sushi, and I'm a big fan of that. My mom and I always go when she's here. And if you're looking for something maybe a little bit quicker, Roots Natural Kitchen is also one of my favorites. Would recommend. I don't know if Danielle or Paige has any other suggestions, but that's what I like to eat.
I really like going places in downtown Blacksburg, especially because it's so close to Squires Student Center, where our office is located and where most of the events for Family Weekend are located. One of my favorite places to go is definitely PK's downtown, or Bottom of the Stairs is also really good. They have great barbecue. Danielle, what about you?
I haven't eaten on campus much, but I have been to El Rodeo. It's a Mexican place. That's always good.
That is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions about on-campus dining, off-campus dining? We would be happy to give you some, I guess, recommendations that we enjoy as well. Feel free to just drop those in the Q&A as you have them.
Yeah. And so for parking and transportation, we have a few options. If you're staying in Blacksburg, the Blacksburg Transit is free. You can download the BT app to check the routes, and this is just the buses that go on and around campus in the Blacksburg and a little bit into the Christiansburg area. And the app does tell you where each bus goes. And for on-campus parking, you can use Park Mobile to pay for the parking spots on campus. And again, you can also call or contact parking services to see any changes due to the spring game. And then there will be off-campus parking just like throughout Blacksburg. But again, because of the spring game, there may be some changes. So if you need to contact parking or us, we can redirect you with any questions you may have.
Yeah. Thanks, Danielle. Okay, and finally, lodging. We of course recommend that you book your lodging ahead of time. If you download the Hokies on Track app, we also have a list of different lodging options, not only in the town of Blacksburg, but in Christiansburg and surrounding areas. So there are multiple options that may fit your budget a little bit better. But again, please just download the Hokies on Track app. You are also welcome to contact our office at families@vt.edu, or families@vt.edu, or at 540-231-3284. And I will try to drop our information in the chat before everyone heads out. But again, thank you all so much. We are happy to go through any details of the schedule again if you have them, or any just questions that you have for fellow Hokies. We can also answer those.
There's a question in the Q&A that we can talk about. So the question is there a shuttle from Roanoke and where do we get that information? So all information on buses and transit, and correct me if I'm wrong, is on the BT app. So I would definitely recommend downloading that. And there is a bus from Roanoke.
Yes, I believe if you look into the Smartway bus or Smartway Express, it's a transit that connects the Roanoke Valley and the New River Valley. So hopefully they have some options that fit your needs for that weekend. But that's a great question. Any other questions? How about Josie and Danielle? What event are y'all most excited for the weekend? And it doesn't have to be one that our office hosts. I won't judge.
I'm super excited for the social. We do host that one, so maybe I'm biased, but there's just so many fun things going into it, so I can't wait to be there. And I think everyone's gonna have such a good time. And it's right before the spring games. There's lots of Hokie spirit in the air, and I think it's just gonna be a really great time.
Yeah. What about you, Danielle?
I'm excited for the Break Zone event. I just think that it's a really good way for families and their Hokies to just get together. And I mean, bowling's fun for everyone, I think. So I hope that everyone's able to enjoy that.
Definitely. I think I'm most excited for probably the off-campus family social at Eastern Divide. That's not really something that our office has ever done before. So I'm really excited to see Hokie families and kind of get out into the community during the weekend, not just stay on campus. But does anyone have any questions about the schedule? We are happy to answer anything. I will go ahead and drop our office's information into the chat so that you all can contact us however is convenient for you. I'll include our email, our phone number, as well as our address if you just want to stop by and say hi. We will be in Yorktown room for the entire weekend, which is on the second floor of Squires Student Center. So please drop by. We will have family bags as well as flyers from other departments at the university with information. And we will also have swag that we'll be handing out for the weekend. Are the activities the same each day? That's a great question. So we do have different offerings every day of family weekend. So on Friday, we will have the check-in and hospitality booth open in Yorktown room and an off-campus family social. There are also multiple events being hosted by other departments. So if you download the Hokies on Track app or just look up Spring Family Weekend on Google and head to our website, you should be able to access the calendar. And we will be offering a variety of information sessions and tours on each day. And then on Saturday, we'll have the Spring Family Weekend social. The spring game will also be that weekend, and we'll have the Break Zone event on Saturday too. But again, so I suggest going and downloading the Hokies on Track app, and I will also drop the link for to find the Spring Family Weekend schedule online so that it's easy for y'all to get to.
And I will also say about the app, what's really helpful is that it's not just our events, it's every event going on that weekend. So I would really highly recommend downloading it because you'll get like the most information, like just all in one spot.
Yeah, absolutely, Josie. So there are some events. There's an event being hosted by our friends at Fraternity and Sorority Life. There is an event being hosted by Alumni Relations. An event, of course, lots of athletic events are happening during the weekend, so you can find information about those too. There's going to be baseball, softball, lacrosse, as well as the spring game. And then, of course, just different organizations around campus are going to be hosting things as well. Let me drop this in the chat for everyone to take a look at. So if you just want to click on that link and then click on Spring Family Weekend calendar of events, it'll take you to a nice visual of everything that's happening for the weekend. There are also some colleges and academic departments that are hosting their own events. So if your Hokie is in the College of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences, there's an event that you all can attend to kind of connect with their academic space as well as their co-curricular space. So I would really suggest checking those out. And also, it's always just nice to walk with your Hokie around campus, see where their classes are, see what their favorite places to eat are, you know, spend time with them as needed. Does anyone have any other questions?
There's another question about volunteering for the Run in Remembrance.
Yes, yes, yes. I don't have the exact answer for where that person could go, but I will go ahead and chat you with some information about rec sports. And if you want to give them a call or an email tomorrow, I believe they'll open at 8. That will be the best way to get in contact with them and to get information about where you can check in. Any other questions? No? Alrighty. Well, I think with that, you all are always welcome to send us an email at families@vt.edu or give us a call at 540-231-3284, and we would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. And we are so excited to seeing all of you during the weekend. If you haven't already, please be sure to register for Spring Family Weekend on the Hokie Family Hub, and then make sure that you are checking in with us at our check-in and hospitality station the weekend when you arrive. Awesome. Anything else, ladies? No?
I think that's it.
Well, with that, we are so excited to see you families come and support your Hokie that weekend. And we're going to end it from here. This entire webinar will be posted. And so please feel free to check us out on all of our socials and YouTube. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.